Hi, my name is symptomless from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm an ex-social anxiety disorder sufferer, a social confidence coach, and the host of a podcast show where I interview scientists, psychologists, healers, coaches, and psychotherapists for their best social anxiety solutions. Now, I am answering a question today, and a bit of an unusual location because I'm at an airport, quite exhausted as well as I'm on my way to Thailand. But I thought I'd answer a question, and the question is as follows. Hello, I bought your program and I already see some improvements in my life. A lot actually, smiley face. But I have a big problem that I don't know how to fix it. My first problem is that whenever I go outside for a walk, many times people go by me and I get nervous and I always look down. I don't know why this is happening because I know they are not laughing at me or saying something bad about me. So how do I go about this kind of problem? Regards. Let's see if I can see myself again. Talks a little bit easier. Yeah. First of all, I think that you're not that far into the program because these specific situations is actually what you start addressing in step 5. So that's one answer. Another answer is that you're right. These people are, likely not judging you. They might be. Who knows? But the problem is not whether they are or not judging you. The problem is how you feel about yourself. And so when you make eye contact or attempt to, or they're nearing your presence and you immediately need to look down, that likely comes from ideas about yourself, such as, I'm not worthy of attention, I'm not important, I don't matter, I don't deserve to feel good, or I don't deserve to maintain eye contact, or maybe there's something wrong with me. There's likely shame associated with it, there's likely guilt associated with it. And this, while it doesn't make much sense to you logically as you're an adult now, this is 95% of the cases stuff that comes from early childhood. And in most of the cases you can resolve this by doing the tapping and figuring out where that comes from, and then releasing the shame and the guilt and the beliefs that you picked up there. One exercise that you can do is to, in the comfort of your home, imagine how you feel in that moment. So you just recreate the moment, maybe the last time when you walked out on the street and you were about to make eye contact, and you have that. There's a feeling that comes before you look away. There's a feeling that then activates that safety behavior of looking away. So you're looking for that feeling that comes first. It might be guilt, it might be shame, it might be worthlessness. Something comes before. When you tune into that feeling, so you maybe go to the last time that happened, you close your eyes, you really take some time to get into it, you see what you saw, you hear what you heard, you feel what that felt like, and you feel that in your body. When you're connected to that feeling, now you can just go, okay, what does that remind me of? And your subconscious will give you an answer. Don't debate the answer. Just go with the first thing that comes to mind. Don't say, this is not relevant, or this has nothing to do with it, or I'm making this up. Whatever. You just go with whatever comes up. And likely that is a memory that is somehow related to this feeling. And from there you can start clearing that up, cleaning that up. It might be one memory, a specific memory. If you're very lucky, it's more unlikely that that's not the case. There might be various memories on a theme. And it might be just a pattern, which is most likely the case, that happened throughout your childhood. And you want to clear that, release it, get rid of it. And that in particular you do in step 3, and the exercise that I just described to you, tuning into it, that is kind of a simplified version of what you do in step 5. In step 5 there's a lot more details for it, but if you don't have the system and you're watching this, that is something you can do, and just doing that working then with the memory that comes up, tapping through the memory, clearing the memory, will bit by bit start getting rid of that feeling. Once that feeling is no longer there, once you walk on the street, you've done your inner work, and you walk on the street, and that feeling's no longer there because it's an old feeling from childhood that gets triggered, and you've processed that completely, now there's no need for that looking down moment anymore. There's no need for it. You don't need to keep yourself safe because you do feel worthy, and you do feel worthy, and you do feel, good enough. Might be saying sentences double here. I only had like 3 hours of sleep, so excuse me for that. So that's your answer. So I hope that helps you. Now, if you have a question, you can send that question to socialanxietysolutions.com/contact. Check out the podcast. This week I interviewed psychotherapist Ulrike Weissenbacher, and she's a traditionally trained psychotherapist who has incorporated energy psychology into their practice, as many of the experts that I have on the podcast show. And we talk on the podcast about socially anxious introverts, the power of socially anxious introverts, and whether they introverted people can become socially confident, what that looks like, and how the differences between between introversion and extroversion. And what is also interesting is she goes in quite detail as to how her life as a therapist was, as a psychotherapist was, prior to her finding energy psychology, and how it now is after she has found energy psychology and has been using these practices. And she also goes a bit into detail on a variety of these energy psychology techniques and what they do specifically. So yeah, you can check that out. It's when this video is released, it's probably live, and you find the link below this video. Or for this specific interview, you can go to socialanxietysolutions.com/Ulrike. That's where you find the show notes page. That is U as in umbrella, L as in Lima, R as in Romeo, I as in India, K as in Kmart, and E as in Echo. Alright, this is Sebastian from Hong Kong Airport on the way to Chiang Mai, Thailand. Thanks for your question, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.